Right, you saw those visuals there. The Indian team practicing tells you that they're all set for this very, very important encounter. This is an India versus Pakistan game, but I have a gentleman with a American flag as well. So clearly he's come to enjoy the cricket here. But lots of Indian fans, lots of Pakistani fans. It is 2.0 when it comes to India-Pakistan in this tournament in the Asia Cup. But talking to most Pakistan fans, they've come back with the hope that this will be payback time and that their team could get one across the Indian team. So the stage has been set. You heard from Rahul Dravid, who is usually very, very calm, but even he was feeling the pressure of India versus Pakistan. I've been here for the last 1 hour or so, and the lines have been extending to more than a kilometer. So that's how much demand there is for the game today. These are the queues leading up to the stadium. We'll speak to the fans as well in a short while from now. Joining us are two analysts in Sunil Gavaskar and Pragyan Ojha. Okay, I'm coming to you live from Dubai, and plenty fans here lining up, as you can see right behind me, all heading to the stadium. I spoke to a few fans and there was a lot of banter that was happening here. I'll get those thoughts as well. But for the moment, correspondent Nitin Srivastav joins us with a bunch of fans. Nitin, over to you. How's the excitement back home?
Well, of course, energy and enthusiasm is as same as in Dubai. As you can see behind me, there are so many Indian fans cheering for Team India, cheering for Rohit Sharma, cheering for Virat Kohli. Let's go to them and talk to them. What exactly they are expecting from today's match. It's a high voltage match. India and Pakistan playing. Of course, India जीतेगा, लेकिन कितना आपको लगता है कि ये मैच एशिया कप का सबसे बड़ा मैच?
बिल्कुल, ये मैच बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट है और हमें लगता है कि टॉस बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट होगा आज के मैच में और हम चाहते हैं इंडिया जीते और हम बहुत कॉन्फिडेंट है कि इंडिया जीतेगा।
विराट कोहली ने जिस तरीके से एक छोटी पारी खेली, लेकिन बहुत इंपॉर्टेंट पारी थी वो, 35 रन की। उसके बाद हांगकांग के अगेंस्ट उन्होंने बहुत ही अच्छा खेला। आज की मैच में विराट कोहली के नॉक्स कितने इंपॉर्टेंट?
आज के मैच में विराट कोहली का शतक पक्का है, जीतेगा।
ओके,
बहुत अच्छा परफॉर्म किया था, चोट की वजह से बाहर।
अच्छा, Thank you so much for that, Nitin. Great set of fans that they were there with Nitin in Delhi, all celebrating. We'll get to hear from some fans here as well from Ground Zero. That's where I'm coming to you live from. But Sunil Gavaskar, Pragyan Ojha with us. Saiba, I'll start with you. I know that there is a lot of excitement amongst the fans here, as I can witness being right here. But I'm going to talk to you from the perspective of the teams. Do you think this particular game might bring with it slightly less pressure, only because still Friday, that's just still about, 40 odd hours ago, we did not know whether we'll have an India-Pakistan encounter. It only got confirmed after Pakistan beat Hong Kong. So there wasn't too much time for the teams to think about like it was in the first game. You knew it had been building up for some time. You know that maybe they'll play in the final. But this game, not too much time for the fans to think, for the players to think about?
In a certain way, you could say that, because look, the first match of any tournament is the match where teams are nervous. They don't know how they're going to start. They want to make a good start. They want to make a winning start. Now, both the matches that India have played, they won those matches. Pakistan has won the game against Hong Kong a couple of days ago in a very, very good manner. Their massive win, their biggest win in T20 cricket. So they'll be just that little bit also feeling just a little bit settled. And so, yes, I think maybe the pressure might be just that little bit less, but, the intensity won't go down. The intensity will be there from ball one. That's always there between India and Pakistan. So the players will feel just that little bit settled with the weather, with the conditions, just all that. But don't make no mistake. As far as the intensity is concerned, that is going to be very, very high from ball one.
Right, Pragyan, your thoughts on that? One, as Sunny is saying, the intensity will be very high, but the fact that, this game, there wasn't too much of a build-up. You only found out about this game, or it got confirmed in the last 40 hours or so. The other thing is, if you take a look at the format of this tournament at the moment, this is the first game of Super 4. So you reckon not too much pressure? Had it been maybe towards the end, there would have been, run rate to look after, matches to win, to qualify for that final. At the moment, first game, so slightly less pressure compared to had it been the last game of Super 4s?
See, I'll tell you, when you talk about T20 cricket, it's all about the momentum. It's the shortest format of the game, and
Yeah.
all the champion teams, what they do is, if they have built that momentum, they don't let go of it. Once you let go of it, this tournament is so fast
Yeah.
that to cope up becomes difficult. So if you hear closely what Rohit says, what Rahul Dravid says, or what Virat Kohli says, they want to keep the momentum going. Even if it's a last match of your league, which it doesn't matter, you don't want to lose because it's very important because of the format. And as Sunny sir said, teams will be settled because they have won two games and Pakistan beat Hong Kong convincingly. But that intensity will be there, and both the teams will look to just maintain that momentum. In T20 cricket, it is all about the momentum. If you lose it, it is very difficult to come back
Yes.
because it is very short and very fast.
Okay, Pragyan. Lots of Indian fans you can see all building up. What's predict the score? Predict the score.
India 193.
194.
193.
India 194.
196.
And
You already know India is batting first.
India will win. Score today 200.
200.
Okay. Nobody.
100 plus.
Okay.
So
So.
and Sky also.
Sky, Rohit.
So the expectations are very high. The Indian fans just don't want a win. They want a win by a big margin. Many of them predicting 200 if India were to bat first. They're also predicting that they want to see a Virat Kohli 100. But you know, you've heard from the official experts that we have, former cricketers that we have on the panel. But what do they say about India and Pakistan? Everyone is a cricket expert. And I experienced that firsthand a short while ago when I caught up with the fans walking inside the stadium. Everyone had their own analysis. Just listen in to what they had to say about this game.
अगर विराट का कैच मिस नहीं होता तो आप यकीन मानो विराट ने तो 2 रन भी नहीं बनाए थे, लेकिन वो उसको एक मौका मिला। ठीक है, नसीम शाह की जो लाइन थी वो थोड़ी सी मिस थी, अगर वो मिस ना होती, अगर वो मिस ना हो, यकीन मानो ये 2 विकेट जो थे आप लोगों की थी ना, इस 2 विकेटों की वजह से आप लोग मैच जीत गए।
अच्छा एक चीज बताएं,
ये मानते हो ना?
मुझे एक चीज को भाई कैच ड्रॉप तो क्रिकेट का हिस्सा है।
वो तो क्रिकेट का हिस्सा है, लेकिन इसकी उनकी खुशकिस्मती थी और हमारी बदकिस्मती कि 2 कैच ड्रॉप हुए और हम मैच हार गए। यकीन मानो
पाकिस्तान
कौन नहीं अभी कह रहे कि नहीं
गर्मा गर्मी बहुत ही गर्म माहौल है जी इस वक्त यहाँ पे।
तो इस वजह से इस बार सबर करो।
एक सवाल तो पूछना दो, एक सवाल पूछना दो। अच्छा चले, कैच ड्रॉप तो क्रिकेट का हिस्सा है।
हाँ,
अब क्या करना पड़ेगा पाकिस्तान को?
अभी इंशाल्लाह अगर पाकिस्तान की पहली बैटिंग आ गई, पहली फील्डिंग आ गई, पहले फील्डिंग आ गई तो यकीन मानो इंशाल्लाह तो फिर आप देखेंगे
बाबर के रन आएंगे कि नहीं? बाबर के रन आएंगे कि नहीं? बाबर के रन आएंगे?
बाबर तो इस बार जरूर बनाएंगे, इस बार जरूर, क्योंकि
10 रन आए।
पिछली बार देखिए इंडियन
अरे दो विराट
कोहली सेंचुरी, विराट कोहली सेंचुरी, रोहित शर्मा 50। अच्छा आपका जो
विराट का तो एक मिस हुआ था, लेकिन इस बार नहीं होगा।
आपका
याद रखना,
आपका ना आपका जो सेकंड बेस्ट बैट्समैन था पिछली बार, वो आपका बॉलर था, क्या नाम, वो हो गया बाहर है, उसने बनाए थे रन।
जी हाँ।
दहानी बाहर है, देखिए इनको ही पता है दहानी बाहर है ना? तो अब कौन रन बनाएगा भाई रिजवान के अलावा?
फखर जमान बनाएगा। फखर जमान के अलावा शादाब है अभी हमारे पास।
कितने बैट्समैन हमारे पास?
बहुत है हमारे।
पिछली बार नहीं चले ना।
नहीं वो तो मैं कह रहा हूँ इनकी खुशकिस्मती थी ना, वो मैं कह रहा हूँ इनकी खुशकिस्मती थी। अगर खुशकिस्मती नहीं होती ना 2 कैच ड्रॉप नहीं होते तो ये हम
तोड़ेंगे इंशाल्लाह। पहला मैच हमने इसलिए दिया था कि आप लोग फिर स्क्रीन कोई तोड़ते हैं, कोई क्या करते हैं।
स्क्रीन तो पाकिस्तान में ही टूटते हैं, टीवी तो पाकिस्तान में फूटते हैं।
इंडिया की भी दिखाऊंगा, जब चैंपियंस ट्रॉफी में जीता था ना, चैंपियन ट्रॉफी पाकिस्तान जीता था तो इंडिया में भी स्क्रीन टूटी थी और बाकायदा रोया गया था वहाँ पे, शौक मनाया।
नहीं पता, मैं आपको एक चीज बताता हूँ, ये जो टीवी फूटते हैं ना, आप लोगों को एक चीज बताता हूँ। वसीम भाई है ना, वसीम अकरम, उनसे मैं इंटरव्यू कर रहा था। मैंने कहा वसीम भाई जब ये आप पाकिस्तान मैच हारते हैं स्क्रीन क्यों टूटते हैं? उन्होंने कहा ये मत आप ध्यान दे, वो क्या करते हैं, जो पुराने टीवी है ना जो 1000 रुपए के रह जाते हैं वो वही तोड़ते हैं।
जो पुराने हैं ना, जो नहीं चलते,
जो नहीं चलते,
घर में दिए, बच्चों को घर लेके तोड़ देना अगर हार गया पाकिस्तान।
इंडिया लीग काफी रहेगा, 3 प्लेयर बाबर आजम, रिजवान और नसीम शाह, ये 3 प्लेयर आज काफी
इन
रहेगा।
तीनों में एक विकेट है ना, इन तीनों में एक विकेट है ना, आउट होना मुश्किल हो जाएगा।
नहीं, दोस्ती तो मरते दम तक रहने का, दोनों मुल्कों का बाबा, दोनों मुल्कों का दोस्ती तो रहने का है। एक क्रिकेट है, क्रिकेट जैसा देखेंगे, कोई भी जीतने दो।
आप यहाँ पे ये सब कह रहे हो, दोस्ती चल रही है, ठीक है। जब आप ग्राउंड पे होते हो, विकेट गिर जाती है, तो आपको दुख नहीं होता?
100% हिंदुस्तान हमारा भाई, क्यों नहीं होता भाई? वो ऊपर बोलने के लिए डिप्लोमेटिकली सीना खोल के देखो, हिंदुस्तान जीतेगा, इंडिया, 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 इंडिया।
कुछ होता है, लेकिन ग्राउंड के बाहर कुछ नहीं होता। ग्राउंड में जंग है, प्लेयरों के दरमियान में भी, हमारे दरमियान में भी, क्योंकि देखें खेल वो नहीं होते हैं, लेकिन खून वापस कर रहा होता है। बिल्कुल, अल्टीमेटली क्रिकेट की जीत हो और अच्छा खेलें, दोनों टीमें अच्छा परफॉर्मेंस।
ये बताएं, अभी तो दोस्ती चल रही है, ग्राउंड पे भी चलेगी?
जी, दोस्ती हमेशा रहेगी यार, क्रिकेट इज पार्ट ऑफ गेम, राइट?
दोस्त अभी बने या वैसे ही दोस्त?
नहीं, हम एक जगह काम करते हैं, दोनों एक ही कंपनी में काम करते हैं, so we are working together for 3 years।
अच्छा, तो ये बताइए कि मैच के अगले दिन क्या होता है? फॉर एग्जांपल जो पिछला मैच हुआ, अगले दिन क्या हुआ? दोस्ती वैसी थी या ये थोड़ा छेड़ रहे थे आपने?
दोस्ती वैसी होती है, ऑफिस में माहौल बहुत डिफरेंट रहता है, बहुत डिफरेंट रहता है। देखिए, जो भी जीतता है, ये तो मिलिट्री है कि आके दूसरे आदमी को तंग करेगा। इधर हम लास्ट टाइम हम लोग आ रहे, इन लोगों ने मेरे को बहुत छेड़ा।
Okay, the games, the banter between both sets of supporters has already started. In fact, it started hours before even the first ball was to be bowled. Sunil Gavaskar, Pragyan Ojha still with us. Pragyan, I'll start with you on this one. The common consensus here has been, after speaking to a lot of Pakistani fans, most of them say, listen, that last game, everything that could go wrong for our team went wrong. We lost the toss, our main bowler had cramps, we dropped a few catches, everything went wrong, yet we took the game to the last over. If the luck is 50-50, then we'll come up triumph. How do you assess that, in terms of how Pakistan played in the previous game?
Today is our revenge time.
I think
we will take our revenge. आज 28th वाला हम रिवेंज लेंगे, और जो सबको खुमारी चढ़ी हुई है ना 28th को, जो हमें इंडिया ने हराया है, वो आज खुमारी हम इंशाल्लाह उतारने जा रहे हैं, और हम जीतेंगे। इंशाल्लाह जीतेंगे और अपना बदला लेंगे और we will win today.
Okay.
Not my word.
Okay, चलिए, इनको आप चेहरा मैंने पहचान लिया है. I'll catch you after the game is done. Sorry, Pragyan, you were saying something. I got inundated with a few Pakistani fans. Go ahead. What were you saying?
No, absolutely. No. It's good that they're all excited. They want to see their team to win. It's good. But saying that Pakistan played good cricket. But if you look at Indian team, they played really well. They bowled really well. They batted really well. The jobs that were given to particular players, they did it to the to the most that they could do. So I think I'm very confident that what has happened in the World Cup, we had a lot of questions then. But if you see last game that India played, they answered all of them and they were looking very confident. I know we will miss the services of Ravindra Jadeja, but saying that this team looks more balanced and they know exactly what they need to do, and they have already shown how content they are. So that is the reason I'm very confident that they will deliver. And see, I know fans, they will be excited and they will say a few things. That's okay. That's a part of this India-Pakistan game.
Okay, that's true actually. Fans will be excited and that's good for the game of cricket. I mean, if one set of supporters aren't too buoyant about their team, that contest will never be a close one. Saibhai, to you, just talking about the contest between these two teams, one thing that was certain in that game was that it was a close contest. It went down to the wire. That means that as far as the two teams are concerned, man to man, there isn't much to choose.
Between India and Pakistan, there's always somebody who puts his hand up. You saw Hardik Pandya and Ravindra Jadeja put their hand up in the first game because of the situation that India found itself in, and for Pakistan also, Naseem Shah, despite having cramps, he put his hand up. So there will always be the odd player, maybe not the one from whom you expect fireworks both with the bat or the ball. he might not do it, but somebody else does that, because there's an opportunity. There's an opportunity to become, known all over the country by your performance against Pakistan. Just like in Pakistan, it's the same. I believe till date, Iqbal Qasim is often called Bangalore Qasim because he spun Pakistan to a win way back in the 1980s. So look, that's what happened. So yes, it was a close game, but again, you will find that there will be somebody who will come up trumps this time, and I'm hoping it's an Indian again.
All right, plenty to come with Sunil Gavaskar and Pragyan Ojha, but we also spoke to Harbhajan Singh a short while ago and build up to this game. Harbhajan was talking about the selection and also told us what he thinks KL Rahul really needs to do to get back into the groove. It's Super Sunday, India versus Pakistan. To break the game down with us is Harbhajan Singh. I'll ask you some very short form questions, so let's build up to that particular encounter. Firstly, what does KL Rahul need to do to get back into form?
He just need to bat like KL Rahul. Forget about whether he wasn't playing any cricket. He just need to back himself, and I'm sure the moment he'll back himself, we'll see KL Rahul batting the way we have seen him batting in the past. So unbelievable player, there's no doubt about it. So I'm sure he's going to come good.
Jadeja is out. Who replaces him?
Sorry?
Jadeja is out. Who replaces him?
I feel R. Ashwin. I think R. Ashwin should be the one who should walk in straight away and bowl those 4 overs, get few wickets for Team India, and if needed, he can bat up the order as well. So it solves the purpose.
Because there may not be any left-hander in the top order, you will need someone to counter the leg spin, left-arm spin of Pakistan. How about Surya Kumar Yadav at number 3?
Yeah, Surya is unbelievable talent. He plays spins really, really well. But I think, the more you put Virat Kohli at the back, I think we're going to put more pressure on him. He's obviously scoring those 30s and 50s, but those are coming, quite slow. We know Virat Kohli needed some time in the middle to build his confidence. So I will not change that. Number 3 should be Virat Kohli, and number 4, of course, Surya Kumar Yadav. He doesn't let anyone settle. He looks like he walk in and he just start hitting those balls from ball 1 itself. So he's in that kind of a nick. So if you want to send him early, then you are putting Virat Kohli under pressure. He need to go fire from the ball 1, which obviously at this stage I wouldn't do that.
How can Avesh Khan and Arshdeep not leak runs at the death? What do they need to do?
Well, I think Arsh, whatever little I've seen in the previous game, he bowled that slower one, which is not his kind of a strength. He's more of a Yorker guy. I've seen him bowling fantastic Yorkers, better than some of the senior bowler who were playing with him alongside while he was playing for his franchise in the IPL. I think he need to stick to his strength, which is Yorker, and just keep things very simple. Don't worry about this is India-Pakistan game. Just bowl the way that you can bowl your best, and back your instinct. Simple as that. And same goes with Avesh. I think he's a brilliant bowler who had a lot of success in the IPL, and he just need to be a little more calm. And if you're calm, I'm sure they're going to come good. They are champion bowlers.
Who's going to be the most precious wicket for India? Because Rizwan is in form, Fakhar is in form, and then Babar, we know what he can do.
Well, I think Rizwan is going to be the key for Pakistan, and if India can get Rizwan early on, would be great. So far we have not seen the Rizwan what we saw during the World Cup, who were taking the game away from the oppositions. He is also playing very slowly and very cautiously. I hope India can put brakes on his bat and of course not let him score as freely as he would like to, because he could be someone very dangerous.
Finally, I know your heart is going to say India, but what is your head saying?
Both heart and head saying India.
Okay, Harbhajan Singh there saying both head, heart are in unison. They're all saying that India should win this encounter. Sai bhai, big game coming up for KL Rahul?
In a sense, yes, because he hasn't performed to his capacity that we know of. I think he's just a little tentative, and which is understandable to an extent because he's been out with an injury. But he has to give the team a good start because it's so essential. Once he gets going, he makes it easy. In a way, it's not like dropping anchor at one end like a lot of opening batsmen do, where the other batsman at the other end can play freely. But because he's got the range of shots, which we've seen, he likes to play at Dubai. We've seen him score some incredible runs in Dubai as well. So, I'm hoping that he'll be able to get runs because I've always thought of him as a class act. But yes, I think everybody starts to feel the pressure, and I think he will be feeling the pressure now.
All right, KL Rahul, under some amount of pressure. Not too long to go before we find out whether India would be batting or India would be fielding. The toss is not too far away. So what we'll do right now is take a short little break on our program, take a little bit of a breather, building up to that big India-Pakistan game. But as soon as we come back, we'll have the playing 11s, we'll have the toss update for you, and then we'll pick Sunil Gavaskar and Pragyan Oja's brain. See you very shortly. Don't go anywhere.